didn't plan for that moment. If I'm being honest, I didn't even believe moments like that still existed, not for someone like me. I thought I understood myself, thought I knew my limits, my emotions, my body, my heart. I was wrong. Before we begin, if you enjoy quiet stories like this, stories that stay with you, you're welcome to subscribe and be here for the next one. It helps these stories reach the people who need them, even when they don't know they do yet. And if you've ever had a moment that changed you quietly, without noise, without drama, press like, then leave a comment telling me where you're watching from. Now, let me tell you what happened. Take a breath. What I'm about to share isn't loud, but it's honest. It started quietly, the way most dangerous things do. We weren't even that close at first. Just conversations that lasted longer than they needed to. Pauses that felt heavier than silence. The kind of connection you pretend not to notice because acknowledging it would mean admitting something was shifting. I told myself it was harmless. Just words. Just presence. Just comfort. But comfort has a way of becoming something else when you're not paying attention. There was a night I remember clearly, not because anything dramatic happened, but because of how aware I felt. The room was calm. Too calm. The kind of calm that makes your thoughts louder. We sat across from each other, talking about nothing important, and yet I couldn't focus on the words. I noticed the way his voice slowed when he spoke to me, the way he listened, not to respond, but to understand. No one had done that in a long time, and suddenly my body reacted before my mind could catch up. It wasn't something I expected. It wasn't something I invited. It was instinctive. A warmth, a tightening in my chest, a feeling I hadn't felt since before life taught me to guard myself. I shifted in my seat, embarrassed by my own reaction. Get a grip, I told myself. But that was the problem. I didn't have one. That night, when I got home, I lay awake replaying every moment, every look that lingered a second too long, every word that felt like it carried meaning beneath the surface. I kept asking myself the same question. Why did my reaction surprise me so much? Days passed, but the feeling didn't fade. If anything, it grew stronger. Every interaction added another layer, another spark I pretended not to feel. Until the day the truth cornered me. We were standing close, closer than usual, not touching, but close enough that I could feel the shift in the air between us. My heart was racing, and I hated how obvious it felt. Then he said my name, just my name. But the way he said it, soft, steady, made my breath catch. And that's when it happened. My body reacted again, not dramatically, not visibly, but undeniably. A rush of sensation that made my thoughts scatter. A wave of emotion that had nothing to do with logic and everything to do with vulnerability. I looked away quickly, hoping he hadn't noticed, but he had. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, he said quietly. That word, uncomfortable, hit me hard, because that wasn't what I felt at all. I swallowed. I'm not uncomfortable. I admitted. I'm just surprised. He didn't push, didn't ask questions. He just nodded, like he understood more than I was ready to say. That night, I finally confessed something to myself. I had been living carefully for so long that I forgot what it felt like to react, to feel without permission, to let my body and heart speak before my fear could silence them. And the truth scared me. Because once you realize you're capable of feeling that deeply again, you can't unfeel it. The next time we met, I was more aware. Not guarded, just honest. I let myself feel the moment instead of fighting it. And something incredible happened. Nothing crossed a line, but everything changed. The tension became mutual. The silence became meaningful. The connection became undeniable. I realized then that my reaction wasn't something to be ashamed of. It was proof. Proof that I was still alive inside explains. Proof that desire doesn't disappear just because you've been careful. Proof that sometimes the most powerful confessions are the ones your body makes before your voice ever does. I didn't know this could happen. I didn't know I could feel this way again. This aware, this present, this human. And maybe that's the real confession. Not what happened between us, but what happened within me. I used to think surprises were sudden things, moments you could point to and explain. But now I know better. Some surprises unfold slowly. They sit with you. They change the way you listen, the way you feel, the way you see yourself. My reaction didn't shock me because it was intense. It shocked me because it was honest. And maybe that's the quiet truth behind it all. Sometimes you don't fall for someone. You fall back into yourself. Thank you for listening. If this story felt familiar, you're not alone. Until the next confession, take care of your heart. If this story stayed with you for a moment, if it made you pause or feel something quietly, you're welcome to subscribe and stay. More stories like this will be here whenever you need them. And if you'd like, you can like the video too. It helps these stories reach the people who might need them. Thank you for listening.